Yeah, so back for a very special Keeping the Ball on the Ground. Sponsors quickly, William Hill. You've heard it all before. Join today, bet £10, get a free £30 bet, and Black Rooster, tremendous. We've got the Be Inspired boys in with us today. I must say to Paul, you're looking tired. What's up?
Superb. I've been all weekend. I've been non-stop, Si.
Gerald Cinnamon, you've been away.
Jerry Cinnamon. My God, that guy is an absolute rock star, Si. But Si, it's great to be back with two great guys and two lovely wee boys as well, Si.
But by the way, he's banned for the tour. Snap Jerry's banjo, didn't you?
Flew it too hard with that.
By the way, we need to apologise, lads. You weren't here last week, but the big man took the piss in your shop.
Seen it.
Not seen him that happy since he found his baseball and there's something about Mary. You got kitted out, didn't you?
I did.
You were spotting that.
You look well.
Big man with that one.
I know.
Aren't you?
I know. The wee man says, Dad, can I get one of these?
Looking absolutely terrible.
Have you heard what he took for, huh? Do you not get the bill? What would you take to him?
I want to take a hoodie and a t-shirt.
Jacket.
The big jacket. I seen the big jacket
I had the jacket
on.
on just to try when I get my managerial career up and running. It looks perfect, but...
Have you ever seen that
I think
jacket
I'll
look
be
so bad
licensed
on
first.
somebody now? Sales have dropped, innit?
To be honest, boys, it's fine. They can take that off the line.
What is it?
They can take that back off the line.
Nah, I thought you were looking well,
I
mate.
thought it was alright, aye.
Very tight one, wasn't it? Very tight on you, big man.
I don't know whether that was a fit or whether that was me, Slenny. What are you licking your tongues for?
Just like you.
But can we get the boys sorted properly? Because we've got a wee idea. We're maybe going to send them football grounds and stuff like that. But Kev can't get in football grounds with jeans on. Because flares are banned in football grounds now.
That's the one, innit?
Sure we can sort that out.
Yes! These are Wranglers actually.
She's Kevin the old tight jeans though, do you know what I mean?
We'll get the wee skinny
Are
ones
we
on you,
here? Are
kid.
we actually going about stadiums?
Are we, aye?
You fancy it?
That'd be superb, wouldn't it?
We just go on.
Aye. I'm in.
Dressed up,
This
be
could be
inspired.
a great foursome, by eh?
Could be, yeah.
Not for me. Too big for the freedom.
How you doing anyway, lads? You're flying,
Aye,
eh?
sound
Aye, good mate, aye.
good, aye. Can't complain.
Happy with the shopping? That's
Aye,
looking
it's
magnificent,
It's looking
huh?
well, eh? So,
How long's it open for?
Just till the end of January to start with, and then obviously if it does well, we can maybe look at keeping on for longer.
And he wants to know how much you're making.
That's what I want to know. I would love to
I
know.
paid for your trip away with Jerry Cinnamon last week.
You sort that out for me. But that's what I'm saying. I would love to know because me and you, Kev, are looking into getting into the brands, aren't we? About set a shop up, Si. Because obviously your Giacomo career didn't go to So,
I must say, I love the jacket. Mate.
very cool, Si.
I've never seen that before.
And I feel, Si.
That's Peters. Peters gave
Bobby
you a load
Petter
of
gave me it. It was the night us two went back to Bobby's flat and I told you before the big discussion with a brawl argument side, Gillespie's smashing at our faces because he said, and I've said it before and I don't like to repeat myself, but he said before that he was much better in Amsterdam than I was, Si, and I totally disagree with that
no
man,
chance.
do you know what I mean? So this is Bobby Peters today, but what I must say, Si, it's an LA jumper and that's where I will be returning.
Oh, you going back?
Aye.
You're announcing it now?
I'm going to...
You're sick of Scotland, didn't you?
I'll be away at Si, and I feel recently, Si, I'm getting treated like a piece of meat in this country.
Performing
Do you know what I mean?
monkey.
Performing monkey. I'm getting passed round the table, Si, thrown to the dog, nibbled on and thrown back to the table. I do not want it anymore, Si, so I'll move on and go back to LA where I'm a king here there.
Kev, would you fancy LA one?
I'd love LA.
We're looking at a shop in LA actually.
No way.
Aye, I think we could be
Are you
a
actually?
wee collaboration there.
Wow.
Wow. That
What?
is unbelievable.
As in working in it, or
I think you could be the manager, to be fair.
I could do the storming at the back.
No
you
thanks.
could be the security guard.
Could be. Big black jacket on, LA,
Wow. Shades.
shades.
Right, there we go. We've set it up.
Right,
Right,
right.
LA is.
I need to ask you as well, Slinny, 45,000 views you got for the last show last week. Happy with that or no good
I
one?
was going to. I mean, we've not spoken the weekend, Si, obviously after the brawl we had. But see, I can't understand, Si, with the views. The new Nut Joe Rogan, he's getting millions.
I know.
But I watch his shows. It just sits stoned. So do you think that's where we're going around here? We're going to get stoned. So I think next week we probably will because I can't understand it. The entertainment I'm getting, singing, dancing, outplanting.
Black.
I'm going to say the other word, but I left it. So it's like, I can't understand why the views are only gone. What is there 5-6 million people in this country, and I've only got 14,000 on Instagram.
embarrassing,
Doesn't it
mate.
add up? There's somebody.
What have you got on Instagram?
179.
And this man's only got 14.
add up to me. There's obviously somebody in the backside that's...
It's time, mate. Patience.
Correct,
Patience.
that's what it's
This man's not got patience.
I ain't got patience.
He wants to
I'll
get
out
the top
door.
straight away.
I'm going to the door, and I swear to God, you will be thrown under the bus as soon as I
I need to mention to you as well, Rob, actually, obviously you came through at Dundee. We were playing Dundee at the weekend, the young team, and one of the scouts was asking for you, Willie
Willie.
Pearson.
No idea.
He probably says you wouldn't remember him, so he says to take a picture and show you. Remember him now?
That's your best goal.
I've got about 10 boys out last night.
He
got me. I was top. I thought it was Stephen Pearson.
That's Stevie Brough.
He looks like Stephen Pearson, doesn't he? Right, we're ready. We're going to talk about Scotland. It's fancy talking about Scotland, lads.
I watched the game.
He's big Scotland
To
fans.
watch the game, especially for this occasion.
Right, and give us your thoughts on it then. Good result.
I thought they were alright, to be fair. I thought they were decent. Obviously, McGinn and Christie were good. I don't really know who Scotland should be beating now. Do you know what I mean? Any sort of positive results a good one that day.
I think we've got to know our level a wee bit. We didn't. We expect to be beating or competing with the likes of Russia and Belgium and stuff like that. They're miles ahead of us. We've probably got to
But why
realise
are you miles ahead of Robbo? If you've got boys playing the Premier League now.
I know. I just feel like the national team's a bit lopsided now. I feel like we've probably our two best players are both left backs, and like the likes of Ryan Christie and that are just coming in. Who's I think he's a great player. I think we need like that, probably a talisman like a Gareth Bale who's playing at the higher end of the field. That would definitely make a difference.
Both boxes were quite weak, weren't they, Slaney?
I think that's where the problem is. So you can be the best manager in the world, you can be the best players, but if you've not got a recognised goal scorer or a recognised an animal at the backside, it's going to be different. Then you're going to struggle no matter who your team is. Do you know what I mean? So I think they need to get that sorted. Regarding Cyprus, I don't know one player for Cyprus. So it's a non-existent result for me, Si. I'll move on for that.
Here's the Scotland internationals. Come on, Ken, give us your thought. Is that a good result beating Cyprus for Scotland?
I think it is, right, because we've got to get away from the fact that we did used to be a good national side back in the 70s and the 80s and that when we qualified for competitions. We're not at that level anymore. We can say we've got players playing in the Premier League England. I always think with the players we've got playing in the Premier League England, they're surrounded by great players in their teams. So collectively, when they play in that group, they stand out. But when you take all them out of those teams individually and put them together, we've just got an alright side, and that's just how it is. We don't have, like you say, talisman at the back, talisman at the front. I don't think we have like an experienced campaigner who can galvanise the team as a group. Somebody that's been there, done it, and they're all kind of trying to make their way in the game.
Yeah.
So it's like there's no experience, and like the big boy McKenna at the back, there's a lot of potential with him. He's only young, he's up at Aberdeen.
You said he was worth 10 pence.
He was worth 10 pence about a few weeks ago, but
What is he up to now?
joking aside, he's moved
20
up to
pence.
about 20 pence. Joking aside, he's not an experienced campaigner of any sort. He's only like a young guy that's playing away at Aberdeen, hoping to get that move to gain more experience somewhere else, play with better players, bring himself on. That's what we are relying on now, and it's difficult. And I think, like Rob said, we've got to realise where we are in the world. We're not up there anymore. We're probably on a level par with your Kazakhstans, your Cypruses, the teams. That's where we are. I know
The other teams have improved. See, Scotland in the 70s and the 80s, like your likes of your Kazakhstan, they were like non-existent really,
Yes.
like national team wise.
Yes.
So even if Kev 10 years ago going to play in Kazakhstan, I bet you could earn as much money there as you could go and play for Aberdeen.
Aye,
Do you know what I mean?
He's wanting to tell us that he's made a fortune in Thailand, isn't it? That's what he's trying to say.
It's all well spent.
By the way, I know what turned the Scotland team. George Slane joined the Tartan Army.
My dad, aye, he's joined the Tartan
Tartan Teeth,
Tartan Teeth, Tartan Knickers,
which have been ripped off.
Tartan Fall. That man has always wanted to join the Tartan Army, and he believes this is the time that it's right. And my goodness, he was there side with the cult, wasn't he?
Yeah.
It was absolutely superb. There's pictures all here, the Tartan Army's Kev on people's shoulders, dangling down, if you know what I mean. It was amazing to see the wee man there, and I hope he stays there in fucking Cyprus.
But by the way, Steve Clark actually brought him in, and he was involved, didn't he? What was his job? It was to make sure that we Nazy had factor 80 on all the time.
Well, sorry, if I spot on the wee week, they make sure my dad takes care of the wee week. He's very frail, he's Stevie Naismith, isn't he? So we're in Cyprus, a hot country, make sure he's okay, and my dad done a great job with it.
Brilliant. McGregor and Ryan Jack partnered each other in midfield. Do you like that partnership? You're Aberdonian?
Nah, mate, no.
Where are you?
Well, St Andrews, but.
Oh, St Andrews, lovely.
These boys are classy.
These boys are classy. I get it. You're a fancy classy.
I don't believe a scumbag like me should be sitting beside these
By the way, all I could see is their heads. What's the story with the camouflage? Jack and McGregor, you like that partnership?
Alright, before, but McGregor's good. I would put McTominay in there, maybe a hit. I know you don't like him.
No.
He plays for Man United, do you know what I mean? He's obviously a good player and at a better standard than what Jack's playing at, but
Like Ryan Jack?
I quite like Ryan Jack.
I think
he's
if you
got a wee
hold Ryan
bit-
Jack, it's
he's
good. He
got
tackles,
a
doesn't
bit
he?
about him. He likes to put the boot in as well. But he's also good on the ball.
Yeah.
But
You like
Just-
McTominay?
I'm a wee bit like you and McTominay.
Good man, Robbo.
I'm no a big lover of the Man United players at the moment. Just think they've not
Oh, you're
got
a
enough
big
about
Man
them.
U fan,
I
innit?
like Man United.
So I
Just
see
not
we-
got- they've not got enough about them.
No.
Solskjaer's an embarrassment. See, Jack and McGregor. Do you know what that is? Compilation, Si. And they compliment each other so well.
Compilation, that's a Christmas CD, you daft bastard. 10 of the best fighting Jack. Oh, what a boy. Kev, Declan Gallagher. You weren't a fan at first, but happy with how he done?
No, I've never not been a fan. I thought he's been alright.
Right, oh, you know, you did say he's alright, sorry,
He
I
needs a chance. I think he's a young guy that's obviously he's made mistakes in his time.
And you weren't happy with that, were you?
No, I wasn't, because I've read a few articles out with the football that Scotland are ready to select former criminal Declan Gallagher his first cap. Like,
Give
we
the
all
boy a
make
break.
mistakes in life, right? And no, everybody has. And sometimes your mistakes don't cost you anything in life, but sometimes you do. But sometimes you just got to move on from that. Forget about it. You put these things in the past. You hopefully learn from them. I'm pretty sure Declan Gallagher, having made his Scotland debut now and played particularly well, he's put the past behind him. Let the guy get on with his football career. We don't need to talk about Declan Gallagher, the criminal. Declan Gallagher, the footballer. Let's try and use him as an example that you can. Like, sometimes you will make mistakes in life, kids, but learn from it, deal with it, and see if you can make a change or make things better in life. And I just think that sometimes in the media, we're always aiming to look at the negative and everything. Like, the Scotland's getting a really hard time. I've been a part of sometimes saying some negative things about the national side, and rightly so, you know what I mean? I got stick many years ago playing for Scotland, and I'm just glad that teams came along as getting more stick than I did. So I just think that let's try and gain some positives, because we're leading up to a big double-header. Not a double-header, it's a one-off game, the semi-final, and hopefully we can win that and get to a final. We need to try and gain a wee bit of positivity about the whole international setup and try and encourage some support from out with to try and help the players on the park get the results that's needed.
What an analysis that is.
Superb, Kevin.
Rubbish.
That's tremendous, young man.
You're so passionate.
No, because I've been in that position.
And I've been in the position in your bath and all.
I just think that Declan Gallagher.
Don't bother me, but you think me.
I've been
You're rattled now, so forget it.
My head's gone in.
Give him a hug. Did you see their plank off last
Seen
week?
it? Aye, seen it.
Well, I'll tell you, something's coming very soon. Si.
Aye, there's a new challenge this
With
week.
4 days.
What, press-ups?
Press ups or the plank, a 4-way plank off.
Why don't we do press-ups?
No.
Hey, boys look like they're in good nick.
He's a machine.
Is he?
Nah,
eh?
forget that.
Aye,
Si,
it's a machine.
forget
Looks
that.
like he earns at Popeye. There's not a chance I'm being pressed.
By the way, who was the better left winger that you used to?
Me.
Were you better,
I
You happy?
could play anywhere, so.
But you were a left winger, weren't you?
I was a better.
Aye.
Better what? Sorry.
I played probably more games at left back than I played left midfield. Yeah.
What was the best time of your career, didn't you?
Aye. I'd probably say so, yeah.
Most money, United.
Thailand.
I
Who
believe
was your team, Robo?
I was a United fan, eh?
Why, aye?
Yep. Grew up season ticket.
What, you believe what?
And I can say this because I was one. I believe wingers, maybe 5% only, but 95% of wingers are cowards, Si. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't want into the nitty gritty, Kev. They don't want dirty boots. They want to stand there looking pretty, Si, and taking people on. Do you know what I mean, Si? It's a great analysis again.
I think you're spot on,
Yeah.
eh?
Thanks, big man.
We were
So-
talking Tuesday night,
What, do you think
Carbon,
they were the
wingers.
same?
No, I don't think 20% were great.
Mate, the best thing about being a footballer was Carbon on a Tuesday, wasn't it?
Ah, it was good, mate. Back in the day.
Every
He
Tuesday.
introduced me to that when I
Did he,
came
eh?
through. Aye. When I
So how
moved to
did you
St
two
Mirren.
meet? Where did you play?
didn't they play together?
The cross
at
paths,
St.
eh?
Mirren, so Rob will replace me at St. Mirren, so I got released and Rob took replace me. But,
Ruthless, love it.
Aye.
So how did you end up going to Carbon again?
just like Andy Dorman that played at St. Mirren.
Good player, Andy Dorman, remember him?
He was very good. So we were both pals with him, and Rob.
We're all in the same friend circle, eh? That's how we kept in touch when I moved away to Thailand. Like I'd been like sharing flat with him. I moved away. We kept in touch. I didn't keep in touch with, you know, it's like when you move teams and stuff like that. You didn't keep in touch with loads of boys, but we kept in touch, and that was kind of where the business idea came from.
Think this will happen we used to?
Who means Eddie?
Why didn't you start?
I don't keep in touch with him. I only keep in touch with him when he needs a lift. Or,
that'd be great if when I set my business up, you can drive me anywhere I want. So I think that'd be a good deal.
It's fine. But apart from like on a Monday morning when we come to do the podcast, I don't speak to him any other day of the week.
No,
That's sad.
We're only speaking the podcast. It's a broken down relationship, Si, innit?
Since when? Because you were tight for a bit.
I find it's hard, Si, when it can only go so far before. See, when you're going to the hospital every week with a agony back for carrying somebody, and then you become
An agony back.
Ken, fling him a bit.
No, he's alright.
It's all talk, innit? It's all talk.
It's
all nonsense.
You know, in the private chat that we've got, the WhatsApp group, I would hate if any of us ever lost my phone and the password was unlocked.
Done.
Jail.
I'm not going to go for life. I'm not going to go for life. Because if I try to leave, I'm out in radio together.
Right, on to the back to the football. Jack Ross has been appointed as the Hibs manager. We've got mixed views on it.
Great appointment.
Good appointment,
I
bad
think so.
appointment.
Great.
Robo, you can go first.
Great appointment.
Or based on what?
I used to share a car with Jagger at training, and I just know what he's all about.
Yeah.
And he's a really smart lad. I just think the players a lot, especially if he brings his backroom staff in with him into the club. See if John Potter, you'll know he used to ragdoll Potsy about.
Yeah.
Oh, I get slaughtered for doing that.
Big ears.
His name was John Potter, right? And I actually thought his name was Darren Potter or Dave Potter.
Darren Potter played MK Dons, good players.
Cracking boy.
I had said in the podcast, I used to throw that Darren Potter about like a wet tacky, right? So the Sunderland at the time, and Jack took that clip of me ragdolling John Potter, and then the comment of me calling him Darren Potter, and they put it on a team talk, and all
No
the
way.
boys ripped the shit out of him.
Did they?
Aye, because I was joking, they said they used to ragball big pots about the wet tacky, and there was a particular goal I think we played St. Mirren, and I just grabbed him, moved him to one side, headed it in.
I was playing that game.
You know what? I like that. See that aggression there?
I've got an exclusive. I told you Jack Ross had the Hibs job.
Superb,
didn't I?
aye.
You got another exclusive?
Aye.
I know his assistant manager's going to be.
Is it Potsy?
No. James Fowler's went to Killianty. He's technical director.
technical
Ian
director.
Murray will be his assistant manager for Airdrie.
Ian Murray?
Maybe no, now they went top of the league, but he was going to be. I don't know if it'll still happen.
Wow.
What's not coming back?
Potsy will get a job.
He'll be the
with
first
him.
team coach, won't he?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, see, as soon as Potsy will go in the dressing room, like he'll just hit everybody on side straight away. He's brilliant.
Is he good, is he?
He was a captain for up.
He's
both
one
of
you
us
want to
at
stand next to in the team photos as well, isn't he?
Aye.
I think it's
Got the biggest shoulders ever. Like, people like coat hanger in there.
I think Hibs will just right up the league.
Do you, right?
I really do.
Why do you think they've got good players?
I think Hibs get good players.
What's Jack Ross' style of play? Do anyone know? Because I've not really seen his
I
teams
think
play a
he's
lot.
a very attacking-minded coach. And I remember, can't remember who it was that told me that Brendan Rodgers actually wanted him to be part of the Celtic staff side.
No way.
That was when he went and played against Celtic at Parkhead, and Rodgers loved the way his team played.
Oh, it was a St Mirren night, you're right, right.
And then he asked him to be part of the Celtic staff. So Jack Ross could have been in Leicester right now. So he must be sitting there thinking, what have I done with my life, Si? He should be with Rodgers and made an arse of that. But listen, he could end up having a great career himself, and I think it's a great appointment for Hibs, Kevin.
But he wasn't big with the Sunderland fans, Kev, was he?
Oh, I watched Sunderland last year 2 or 3 times, and I thought it was bullshit.
Well, what I'm going to say is, and I will not name names, but somebody, or a few people down Sunderland have told me he wasn't big enough for the job, Si.
Wow.
So I don't know, listen, I don't want to put him under the bus. I love Jack Ross, as you know, a good friend of mine, but supposedly he wasn't big enough for the job.
I just thought that, like, somebody told me stats last year about Jack Ross at Sunderland, right? 75 games, 38 wins, 10 defeats, and 27 draws, whatever it was, right? So that sounds on paper
He
good.
did draw a lot, I remember.
Drawing 27 games, to me, is worse than, like...
Getting beat. 2 games.
Because I think, had he won, say, a quarter of those draws, they would have got automatic promotion.
They weren't that far far away from like.
Got beat in the playoff final,
Yeah.
didn't
The playoff final, that, the size of budget they had, they're paying players. There's a guy down there, Brian Oviedo, still on 28-30 grand a week.
But that's not Jack Ross's fault,
No,
is
I
it?
know that's not Jack's fault, and obviously there was talks of takeover, and there was all this uncertainty out with the main areas of the football department. But I'll base Jack Ross on what he does at Hibs. Sunderland was a very big job, and I know how that would have been. It was tough, and he nearly cracked it. And with any manager at Sunderland, if you don't, if the expectancy levels are there and you don't get it, then ultimately you end up with a job.
Yeah.
Whereas I'll judge him at Hibs because although he did well at Alavan St Mirren, I would say they were smaller clubs. Went to a bigger club, had a bit of an indifferent period, so he's going to another big club in Hibs. So I'll wait.
His experience will stand him in good stead.
I think the
you go.
experience of what he'd learned being at the big club that Hibs, Sunderland will stand him in good stead with the big decisions he'll have to make at Hibs and the fan base they've got because it's a big club. So, but the experiences of having to grind out results in the lower leagues with Alawa and St Mirren and getting promoted, fighting off relegation at the time, because they nearly did get relegated when he first went to St Mirren.
They had a bad run.
kept
to the
going,
beginning.
didn't
It was
they?
like,
Very
like
bad run.
the first
So-
10 games or so,
That's
didn't
right.
pick up many
And the
points.
fact that he knows how to fight with the crowd, that'll help him as well.
Up at Hibs. See, on managers, favourite manager?
Probably Alan Maitland when I obviously played junior football and I went into sort of senior, and Alan Maitland was good to me at the time and sort of put me on a good sort of stead.
Right, what was he good at?
He was just a good man manager. I don't know if tactically he was the best or anything, but he was good at getting sort of the best out of players, myself and especially, so I thought he was good.
Slaney junior football interested?
I ain't interested, son. Makes me sick the thought of it.
Robb, best manager?
I'd probably go back to youth team days. Ray Farningham, Stevie Campbell.
You jink it, didn't you? What a guy.
Kenny Cameron. Just they were, everything about them that they'd done was just quality. And
That youth team was lively though, wasn't it?
aye, we had a massive squad at the time. It was when like the Italians were all
What was
there.
Benetti in that like?
Aye, just total crazy time, eh? Like, we'd obviously had a Scottish man, Jockey Scott had been the manager beforehand, and it was just, for them to come in, it was just so different. It was like the training be at 5 o'clock at night, and then every week there'd be just trialists coming in non-stop, and it was at the time when there was an under-18s team, under-21 team, and then a first team. We had about 80 players. It was bonkers.
But see, they days were brilliant. When I was coming through, see when you were a youth team and then you went to the reserves, that was a big deal, Si.
You were buzzing.
See, getting to the
It was,
reserves,
aye.
and that got you ready for a first team. Now the reserves is a waste of time. A total waste of time in the youth. Well, it is what it is, but the reserves now is like, it's just, as I said, it's a waste of time.
But see the reserves back then, see boys that never played for the first team on the Saturday that were on the bench, they'd all play in the
I mind
so
going
you're
away,
playing
playing
against
against Celtic, and it'd be like, say, Sutton and a Gap, or
Ferry.
Hartson, a Ferry. Yeah,
See your reserve team when you were coming through, that would have been unbelievable. When you think of it with Petrov and Lennon in the midfield, your reserve team would have been unbelievable. So that would have been pushing you on every day. Now, when I was at Celtic, the reserve team was the scud books in the first team. Morton Rasmussen, it came down, was worse than me. I was playing, didn't want to be there. Stevie Field was the coach. Me and Morton weren't listening to that clap. So that's just life. But we really don't want that, you know what I mean?
Oh, brilliant. See, I just wanted to ask you about the Italian. What, did you change your diet or not?
Everything. One of the coaches that came in had his own pizza company, and he used to put, there was pizzas
my
on the
face
go
on?
and all that.
Spoil little gimp. Well, they come in like Pelé and they get you CBO. And even Stanley Matthews, who played so long ago. But you ain't kind of done your life, you just keep it serious.
We use it like butter and ice or not?
Aye, well, we were so separate. Eh? They used to keep themselves to themselves,
Right.
and it was like the Scottish lads were just over here, like here.
Use it out the way.
Aye, out the way.
See with the canoe, have I told you a story, Slaney?
Sorry, Si.
You want to finish that first?
Sorry, not go.
So I've told a story on a podcast years ago, but I've never told you
Oh,
this.
yes.
So we were playing. We were knowing ice, butter, basically dry pasta every day, mate. It was fucking the worst. One time we played a pre-season friendly against like a non-league team, won like 9-0, mate, right? But he was still fucking raging after the game. So he was something about somebody's body language during the game that he didn't like or something. So after the game, mate, him and his staff are having a crisis meeting, right? And he's like, go and they've put food on for you, go and have your food. So we walk through to the canteen and it's sausages and chips and tomato sauce. So we're all like, should we eat it or no? Because if he comes in, he'll fucking flip. And we're like, of course we're eating it, man. So 10 sausages, chips are off, digging in, tomato sauce, mate, he walks in, right? And he fucking flips. flips the trays. He's like everyone on the bus. So we get on the bus, mate, and see the thing about the Canio was, see when he was angry, you were scared, but he would say things that would always make you laugh, right? So you're desperate not to laugh, and he comes on the bus, stands in the middle, he's fuming, mate, and he's like, who in this team eats the fucking sausage? Who eats the sausage? Who likes the sausage? That's what he's shouting, mate. Mate, we're all sitting with tomato sauce on and everything like that, not me.
Oh, that's amazing.
But they're the same with the diet. They were massive on the diet, mate.
He used to go down to Vizoke's down in Broughty-Ferry.
Yeah, ice cream shop.
I used to love it.
What, they would take you down there?
No, that's where they just basically lived. They would eat. Mate, these boys were earning fortunes, eh?
At Dundee?
For like at Dundee at the time, eh? Like, and we had boys going up to the first team occasionally, and I remember boys like Georgie and Mzazi were on a fortune. Knidia was there.
Was
at the
Knidia
time.
there, eh?
Knidia was
Wow,
there,
is he
aye. Unreal, eh? Just like different level, eh?
What
See-
kind
see
of guy
like-
was he? Sorry, mate, on you.
Sorry, say like Fortsons, obviously with Scottish football has never been signed with Fortsons, but what's Fortsons in terms of like Dundee at that
I
time?
remember Craig Burley came in. This was just around the first administration time, and he was like, "I've not been paid a penny. I'm on like 15 grand a week." It's like,
Dundee?
and he was on 50, and he was like, "I've not been paid a penny." And like he was one of the boys that got punted, and Ravenelli at that time got punted as well. Eh?
Was that
and he's
true
like
that-
mouthing that off in the dressing room, eh?
Dundee.
What, he would be shouting that?
He was like, obviously, boys were raging, eh? Because they were getting told, like, see as of today, your contracts.
Is that true that Craig Burley lost his teeth chasing his first touch?
See, Knidia, did he ever tell any Maradona stories?
Any what?
Maradona stories?
Oh, nah.
Can you just speak to us now?
He was a nice enough lad and that, eh? One of the boys, he's a lad that lives up in Dundee, I don't know if I can say this actually.
Go on, say it, of course you can.
He was
You're a millionaire, you can say what you like.
He was his boot boy, and it was every Friday we'd pack the boots so that we would go to the train, because they trained at a different area up at Michelin factory. So every day the boots would get cleaned or whatever, eh? And one of the lad, Phil, he lives in Dundee now, an English lad, and he's cleaning the boots, and he's like, "Look lads, watch this." And he got his bobby out. He's just like that, and he's rubbing it against the boot, eh? He's like that. He's like, he's going to score them all. He's going to score. I swear, Aberdeen went out. He scored the absolute rakeout.
Oh, brilliant. Love that, man. Hart said, who you think will go for the manager? Stuart McCall's been linked.
Wow.
I have no idea.
No bother, didn't you? Mate, you just want to count the cash, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, you wouldn't even
He's thinking about Black Friday already.
Is he, man?
Do you know really keeping in with the football now?
No, not really, to be fair.
Right, mate, you can just go, we'll just keep it Brilliant.
He's a Liverpool. Talking about Liverpool, he loves Liverpool. Eh?
Andy Robertson,
Yeah.
Did you go down a lot?
Nah,
This man was doing the other week.
I was doing it and watching them via Leicester.
Why don't you go down together?
Could talk how because I didn't know you were millionaires. That's taking me aback a wee bit now, sitting beside them.
back as well.
Take you for lunch, you
I'd
did.
eat for a tap, eat for a tap, so I am absolutely skint now.
Oh, yeah? Oh, because of the sun.
We'll get you a wee stall set up on him.
Kev, you're a Hearts legend. That's
I'm
true.
a big man.
Who do you want to see? Hi, man. Who do you want to see?
Rambo United.
Who do you want to see?
John Terry.
Is the Pope shaking
John Terry.
John Terry.
He's a Pope shite in the woods.
I got that mixed up. Why it sounds like a shit in the woods.
You've gone today. Concentrate.
God, millionaires are here all over the place.
Oh, I'd like to see something.
John
like,
Terry, seriously?
I don't know why that came out. There's rumours that he's been titled for the job.
Right? Why would you want John Terry as the Hearts manager?
I know who's getting
I
it.
see what Stevie Gerrard's done at Rangers. I see what Frank Lampard's doing at Chelsea.
Right, okay, but I'll back that. They've got good players and they've got a lot of money to spend.
I know,
Would John
but I just
Terry
think-
be able to come to Hearts with no money, no anything about Scottish football and be able to work with the players?
Maybe no John Terry, but see somebody with a presence.
Right.
Somebody that's going to walk into that dressing room and the players are actually going to try and maybe respect them. Maybe start playing for the manager, because see some of the wages that Hearts players get, they're all getting fortunes at the English Premier League. They'll be getting good salaries and they're no performing week in, week out. They've got a good core of experienced players in Nazy, Berra, Glenn Whelan. It's everything round about them. They're all either 1 week they're alright, 1 week they're good, 1 week they're shite. There's no consistency with the rest of them. With Glenn Whelan, Nazy, just try to keep these guys fit. Big Berra, you know what you're getting every week. Guys like Jamie Walker coming back from injury, he'll help. But they need somebody to come in and get rid of some of the dead wood. They've got too many players, a lot of dead wood, and they need somebody to come in and kind of.
But I'll counter that as well. Maybe the players, Craig Levein, maybe not playing in this suiting the players at all.
I don't know.
I mean, imagine you're a wide player at Hearts and all that happens is the ball gets pumped up to the centre forward. I mean, how are you meant to impress?
I totally agree with that, but players should be able to adapt, Si. Do you know what I mean? It's not just. I don't think they're constantly. Why is Berra and the back four? Why are they playing it long? Do they obviously clearly can't trust the players in front of them?
I think that they're totally doing it. My opinion.
Aye, maybe under Levein they were told to do it. So that's
I'm
what
surprised
I mean.
because I always played with
I was going to ask you next.
Is that how he played?
Not all the time, no.
No.
Occasionally it would be a case of, right, okay, the fullback when he's higher up, it was a diagonal ball. John Daly would maybe peel off, and then he'd want boys up and supporting midfield runners and that.
See, that's fine.
I'm surprised
I don't call
like,
that
what's
long
happened
ball.
there.
I would say that's playing strategic.
That's a good
You know what I
pass,
mean?
yeah.
That's good. If you've got a good guy up front that can lay off headers or get the midfield up and squeeze the second ball, then great, it'll work to your advantage. But I just think Hearts they've got a whole option of squad players to pick from, but they need somebody to come in and basically just say in the first game, use 11 versus you 11, I'm going to pick the best team of what I see today and just go.
I've got an insight who's getting it.
Go on then.
Neil Warnock.
Wow. I would love Neil Warnock in Scotland.
Supposedly he's been tipped to get the job, Si. So I think he'd be absolutely amazing. But again, I think is he not very much like
he's
Levein. That's the exact style. What Hearts have been doing, he's been doing that for. I remember when they came up.
He's basically the women version of Craig Levein, isn't he? Yes.
I remember playing against Sheffield United in there and they absolutely battered us.
Morgan and thingy at the back.
Morgan and Big
Unsworth.
No, it was Jaggy Ilker.
Oh, was it, wow?
And they battered us to pillar post. We got a man sitting off. I'm like, well, if we can hang on here for a draw. And sure enough, we went down the wing, cross our dive, we needed 1-0. Right, so I went to the change room, buzzing, basically went down there and robbed the bank for Sheffield United. And then next door, you could hear Neil Warnock going off in one. And I always said to that day, if he wants to sign me for £10 million, I'm never going up for that man.
That was a bad kid.
See if you hear a bad match and that is what you're getting for him, it would have made a grown man cry, curl up and just think the worst, because what he was shouting to his players, I was thinking, oh my God, could you imagine being in, I'd have probably cried, Slaney, you would that
Oh my God, imagine being easy with that.
I'd have just collapsed.
I heard they used to fine players and say to them, bring in some cash.
Oh, you can't say this on camera, kid.
How?
Right, because Neil Warnock will get to jail.
I'm not getting to jail.
Right, so what, bring in cash and what, give me half or something?
He used to get a wee side pot for his so he could go away in his wee caravan trips down south.
Craig Levein and Robb, good.
I actually really liked him.
Everyone that plays for him does.
I don't think there was any players at United that had a bad word to say about him, to be honest.
Were you scared of him?
Aye, he was a scary boy.
Can you remember the worst? I'm going mad.
I had a shocker at United with injuries and stuff like that. So, but I totally respected him because he was so interested in like when you're going to be fit and I'm going to see specialists or whatever. Like I went to see a foot specialist. He came with us as well,
Did he,
and he
right?
was so interested. And every time I got back fit, I was there or thereabout. He actually liked me as a player. And when I moved to St Mirren, he'd actually pulled me and says, "Look, I think you should definitely go." He says, "But if it doesn't work out, like you actually didn't sign the contract, I want you to come back for pre-season and I'd give you a deal now, but upstairs telling me I can't. I need somebody that's going to guarantee me 40 games a season, which was, he was totally brutally honest. And like,
There's absolutely no way he would have took him back, is there?
Nah, no chance. It was nice of him to say that.
Raheem Sterling fighting
Brilliant.
Joe Gomez.
I love that Joe Gomez get battered and then get booed. Super.
Bad week for the boy,
You
innit?
deserve that. If you're going to get battered, then stand up for yourself. Don't let anybody inside. Do you know what I mean?
What about Andrew Blackman?
Andrew Blackman feared the shit out of me, sign. I come in the next day and I get booed into training, and Neil Lennon was at the head of it booing me in.
But by the way, after seeing your boxing last week, why you did not come out?
Moved on, I moved on. I went to my.
Is that what made you get into the boxing?
Made me
the
get
fact that he
because I
terrified
was
you?
a coward and I cowarded away for that side, and I never want to be put in that situation again, side. So I'm now a ruthless fighter side. You know what I mean? And
Why don't we set up a boxing match? You versus Blackman now, and we Mickey as your coach. Lenny.
Lenny's my coach, but I don't know if Lenny would take my side. As I said, he's booed me into Lennoxtown that time. Alan Thompson, his shoulders booing me in. So I don't know if he'd take my side, but certainly if he's listening, and I know I will message later on to cut this out, but Andre, if you're listening, I will not fuck it with you. Cut that sharp.
Kev, would you help him?
I would be the
What about you and Slaney against Blackman?
Would we need tools to fight on the
Mate, aye. He said, I don't know if I can say this right. He said, I think I don't know if I told this. During training, he was like to Thompson. Thompson said something like, "Do you know what? Stop talking. Go into change room 6. We'll lock the door and we'll see what happens."
That's
what he said to
tremendous,
Alan
isn't
Thompson, And Alan Thompson's knickers felt like that.
What about you, Trev? Fights in teams?
I played with Ian Vigors and he just fought with himself.
Vigor's an angry man,
He fought with everyone, but never really came in anything.
Loves a night out and loves a fight.
Do
you not get second prizes up in Inverness last year, was it not? At a nightclub, I think he did. What about you, Robbo?
Used to do glove each in the dressing room.
Did you?
Glove each.
Wow.
Who was the best fighter?
I was probably in the youth team days. Boy, Chris Brash and
Brash, yeah,
Brasher,
didn't he,
Dean
right?
Cameron, they got Michael Hankinson. Used to do the glove each, so it was just, there was the boxing gloves would be sitting there, right,
That's
take your
crazy.
one, and tie behind your back, and you weren't allowed to, it was a case of just one fight, so you were wide open.
Bring it
eh?
back, bring it
So
back.
that's
We
funny.
used to come in the dressing room and stand there right across the top of the benches.
Everybody's
and
watching.
Dens, and everybody
Remember
there.
St Mirren as well, Lee Sparky, Marc Doherty was actually a
He's a good
boxer
boxer, that Marc
And
Doherty.
another boy in the youth team at the time said, like, I reckon I could take you and that. So Mavis, Mark Riley was a sort of doing the youth and he brought them into the first team and they fought and they were like, Lee Sparky. I had him about, to be fair.
Did he,
all the first team boys were like...
What, an actual fight?
They just had the boxing gloves and that on and he was just like bouncing about, he just jabbed them and it was just bleeding. And, it was just...
So that's great. You've actually reminded me. We were on the youth team and something had happened. And the next, the boys were like, the more you're fighting, who was it? Was it Paul McHugh? I can't remember. So I was had to fight with somebody the next day with one glove each. So I was shitting myself, all the texts, he's not coming tonight, he's buzzing for the Mora. And I was petrified, right? So I got in at Fir Park, no word of a lie, at 7:35. I always remember it, I caught the 6 something train. Got in at 7:35, Si, and went and put the glove, hid the glove away. So it was only one glove. I swear to God.
So it got cancelled?
So we couldn't do it, do you know what I mean? Si, I was that petrified.
You know that much of a shite bag, eh?
Oh, mate, I can't fight, eh?
Did you see his boxing last week?
I seen it, I thought you were sharp, eh?
Kev, what about you ever scrap?
No, we had a guy at Coventry called Leon Mackenzie. And
He's a big boy, eh? Was it Norwich as well, wasn't he?
His uncle was Duke Mackenzie. I think he was like a
Gary McKenzie's brother, innit?
No, and he was a proper... He ended up becoming a professional boxer after football.
So he did, that's right.
And I used to think, like, you know that speedball thing, you get in, you think you could do it, like, boom, boom, think, I'm doing alright. He get in that, I say, I think Kenny, a conversation with you. These guys are just naturally, whereas I'm big, 6'4", I can't fight shit.
Can you know that?
Oh, I've only had 2 fights, I've won them both, I'm 2-0, but...
Does that include last week?
The old spot to go.
Southgate got slaughtered for the way he handled it. I thought he was spot on.
I don't know what
You
he's...
think that?
Why not?
I just think
So
it
it's
showed-
Sterling went in and hit Gomez?
I know, but no, he didn't hit him.
Aye, he had a scratch, didn't he? Aye.
But it happens all the time. So what? And then what?
No,
annoyed
I
me
didn't mind
was-
if it happens in training, like boys
Aye.
start fighting, but he just went up to him in the canteen and can I do that?
No, you can't do that. But what? Like, I don't agree with him being banned for a game of football.
But why? You need to be, if you do something bad, you need to be punished now.
But he should have just sent him...
So did that? I thought you handled it well.
When
mate.
did he send Sterling home?
No, he never sent him. He just said
played
you're not
last
playing
night,
that
didn't
game.
It's decent, innit? Especially Sterling, quite a big character.
I
So,
think,
you know what I mean?
I think you look at your manager and think, that's brilliant.
Aye.
Have you got other players?
Because see the thing is, Si, it would have... regardless if people were saying that he made a bigger deal when it blew up, but it would have come out anyway.
Exactly,
And
Slaney.
if it came out and he never dealt with it, then people were saying, no, that's not right. So probably in a way he has dealt with it. But as I said, I'm absolutely buzzing. I've seen Joe Gomez getting booed.
See, Southgate, like, he looks like a guy that carries a first aid box in his motor, but I think he's quite a good manager, mate. I like the way
Comes
he deals
across
with things.
good,
He
he
does.
deals, aye.
I think he's a deep
He's,
thinker. eh?
he's probably lucky with the squad he's got now as well. Like
They're brilliant, isn't they?
They've got a great sort of
He I think he speaks very well. I think there's an angry bit in him.
I hate him,
He's quite diplomatic. He's quite. I don't know. He just seems to know. I don't know. He's probably fortunate. He's got probably the best England squad for a long time. So
Talking of coaching, did you see the man's he's doing one-to-ones?
one at once.
He's fancy it.
Group sessions.
One thing you never showed us last week, though, it was all about attacking. What of defence?
Defensively.
Right, come on then, get up, show us.
No, so this is very important that you take this in. I'm a midfield runner, right? And I run behind the back four side, right? Does the midfielder Kev follow me? Does it?
I wouldn't have thought so, no.
You wouldn't have thought so? He's in goal. Pathetic. You know what I've answered, sir? I've got to see the opposite. Well, I'm the king of the podcast. They call me the Holy Man.
Oh, brilliant. Just on that, did you watch it back last week, your plank? Somebody said that your head looks like the Albion Rovers goalman.
By the way, listen, I watched it back. You were much better than
Mate, your technique was unbelievable.
I felt he gave up a wee bit.
My body never moved where the slingy's going up.
I know, mate. I don't know how you felt.
Thought it was in Amsterdam.
It did,
Absolutely.
I thought my core was good. Now, don't get me wrong, my ball patch was terrible. So
Mate, you need to get that done,
see
eh?
the small
If you're going to go to Hydro, mate, you can't be kicking about that.
You can come to Turkey, us. We go to Turkey a lot, eh? You come with us.
Have you had that?
You had it?
Oh, is it? Can I
Yours is coming soon,
do you
too, eh?
actually know?
No, yeah,
To
we'll
be
get
fair,
that.
I woke up with small size, 6 o'clock, went for a wee shower, down the stair, put some product on and got that wee spray.
What product do you put on
Oh,
that?
yes.
Oh, look at that.
You get some of that for Calum.
Absolutely
Yeah,
terrible,
Cal.
young man.
Sinos, Cal.
Just a little
Cal
one,
McDonald.
as
Big
well.
Cal.
Has he got it?
He needs
He
it.
needs it.
He's
He
struggling.
works in our warehouse.
Oh, does he, right?
Aye, he's there.
You want to tell us a bit about the warehouse and stuff like that, now?
Can
You
do.
going to give the boys that behind the scenes a shout out?
No, they're dogs. Forget them. Keep them in there.
Right, so we're
Sign.
getting a transplant for him.
Absolutely. I don't know if it... Kev, see when I was in Amsterdam, I don't like talking about it, but I'm sure I seen you in one of the windies. I'm not sure.
Did you?
I can't go in, sorry, Paul.
Right, we're going to talk about being inspired now. How good does it feel sitting here in your own shop? How long ago was it you started?
2013.
Did you ever think it would get to this stage?
Nah, not only start.
I think we just started as a hobby to begin with. Eh? It was just something that we were interested in. That we're just like, well, obviously it's taken off over the last few years. So
See, when you were coming to the end of your careers, was it always this you wanted to do? Or?
Nah, not at all.
at all.
Obviously, Robb was in Thailand at the time, and like we said, we'd stayed in touch, and he was just like, we were like, oh, maybe we can make a wee bit of money, like send some stuff back. So he was like, t-shirts on stalls and that, we were sending it back, and we were selling it on eBay, and then it just sort of like, that was sort of snowball, and then we're like, well, what else can we do? And he'd be making friends in the sort of factories that were making this.
What kind of friends were you making in Thailand?
yeah, manufacturers we'll call them.
Right, okay.
Or match.
So it's you basically, he's made you a millionaire, huh? Brilliant, isn't it?
He's the only one that kept in touch with us.
Simon, I absolutely love is, and when I'm going to do a show with somebody, I do a lot of research on the person and ask
Good.
around the game
Yeah.
to find out if they're a scumbag or no. But what I've said, every single person about you, Rob, I've just said lovely words, and everybody says you're a disgrace. But no, they've said these two guys deserve it more than them. They say, and that's what I love to see. Good guys becoming millionaires, and that's what we're on. We're on to the path because, listen, see if you're a good guy and you've not got a pot to piss in, as I like to say, so you don't deserve anything like that. I hate your guts. So that's why.
Kev, you've got a wee question.
Aye, we've all played professional. We've all played professional football. People outside won't realise how daunting and stressful it is when you actually finish football. How was that for you, finishing football? Obviously, for me, I finished football quite easily. I didn't feel... I loved football and it gave me a great life.
Last time you asked a question, but the question, just answer my question then.
So for me, it was all right. How was it for you?
man.
What man?
It wasn't great for me. I was quite like, I got a bad injury on my hip up at Ross County. Well, I had it before, and then it sort of came back, and I couldn't play. And then I was trying to train. I was taking like 12 painkillers a day just to train. Like obviously, you make decent money at football, but just to sort of live at the time. So I had no money. Left Ross County, went part time because I was like, oh, I'll go part time and try and get a job, but couldn't get a job, and I was maybe about a week away from having to like give up my flat and moving my like family. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't afford my flat, and luckily I got a recruitment job at Reed. That just kept me going, and then that was sort of about the time we'd started selling the t-shirts and stuff like that. And luckily for me, it took off because I didn't really know.
See, what you get to
it is.
there is when you're talking about no paying your bills and stuff. That's how, see when I finished football, I said that leaving football was easy, but see actually trying to write a CV and hand out and get a job.
Oh, mate.
I felt it was one of the most difficult. That's where I
we had a
Rob,
chat about
I
that.
came into Buchanan Street. Who were you working for at the time? The CV
Sport
company.
Careers, it was
Sport Careers.
Gavin Ray
Ray's.
and Davy Weir's company.
That's where I
So
met him.
that's when I came back from Thailand. I hadn't seen the wee man in a long time, so I was like,
Who's the wee man? Is that Slaney's dad's thing again there?
He phoned me last week after the podcast came out, and I had obviously caught him. Had he said he had a sick mind, and he phoned me last week and went, why did you say that? And then just hung up the phone. He's not spoken to me since. So,
Oh, wow.
So it's to Scott, sorry, on you go.
So you came back from Thailand?
Came back to Thailand. I moved in with Coates in Glasgow. It was just a case of like, I was working with Sport Careers, met Big Kev in there. It was just like a bit of a culture shock more than anything. You go from being a full-time football player to like go working in an office 9 to 5.
How did that feel for you? Me coming in asking you to get me
do you
a
know
job.
what? I found
And you're
it
probably
really
needing a
tough
job.
working 9 to 5 because I'm not that outgoing anyway. But like, see when boys that are like, I seen Kev as like national team player, played for Sunderland, quite a high profile, eh? So the manager of the show's going to be like, you're going to have to try and sell him a CV of like this glorified CV, like everything, like nicely. They're expensive.
I've got one. I've had one done.
I'm
glad you said it. Because they were biggest waste of shite I've ever seen.
Do you know what I mean?
Piece of paper with nothing on it.
So I was saying to try and sell that to boys like him, and I'm like, I lasted a month, and I was like, nah, I'm out. I've got to.
So were you worried about what to do after that?
Well, the reason me and him were playing, I was at Brechin. I came back to sign for Brechin. He was at Stranraer. Aye. So we still had money, but like any spare time we had was just getting put into the business and to be inspired. So
sort of left and went sort of full time in the business.
Aye,
I was
so
working at Reed at the time, and I was getting sort of stuff sent to the work, like like big boxes. And then the VAT bills were getting sent to the Reed as well, and they're like, you can't do this anymore. And I was like, I'm gonna have to leave, man. Just
Chuck it.
So we chucked it.
You obviously got a huge successful business now. Have you ever, before that, or even now, felt about getting into coaching? Because
I love how you asked that question.
Brilliant how I put that across, because this, to an extent, business side or whatever setting up, it can be the same as in you've got staff side. Do you know what I mean? You've got staff to dealing with people. You're trying to become the best, whatever it is, you're dealing with other people. So I don't know, it's a great question.
I like the first part of the question, the second part is terrible. You ever think about getting into coaching?
You were interested in coaching.
I did my B licence again just because I was panicking. I didn't really know what else to do.
Would you like to stand up and show us a wee bit?
Go and do the drill. What is that?
I probably used to say the same thing. This is pathetic.
Kev, by the way, wouldn't the public love to see side Kevin Kyle showing us a wee bit up there as a target man?
Oh, go on, Kev. Go on, Kev. Have you got a mannequin in here?
I would do see it. Look.
Right, yes. Go on, Kev. Go and get up against him. Go on, Kev. Show us how you pin somebody.
Go on, big man.
So we're playing. Sonny, you can play the ball on his feet.
So you pop it to me.
Right, okay.
And I just dink it to Kev.
You ready?
Wait a minute.
It's Potsy. It's Potsy's
So,
the
that's
mannequin.
John Potter.
That's John Potter.
Right, Potts. So what I would be doing is I'd be looking at how the play's building up.
Yeah, so I'm receiving a favour. I'm taking a favour, my full back here.
So what
as soon as I'm getting the ball, I'm looking for my best player. So yes.
So as he's going, I'll be then looking at. So I'll be looking for Slaney. He's always a midfield player coming in, maybe from the wing.
Yeah.
So I'd think, right, okay, if he plays right in my
Wait,
field, so I'd be getting
there you go, back to you. Get the back! I'm right for you! Yes!
go.
Oh, it's amazing. Right, for real, Kev. Actually, yeah.
Kev, win
I
side.
received it.
Wait a minute, side. We're playing Queen of Side, we've got Ryan McGuffey behind me, alright? So, side, into...
Received it.
Yes.
Half turn.
Yes,
Bang.
Where you going?
What show? Everything. What makes you want?
Everything.
Do you want me to tell you a story about that sort of thing that we've just done there, Martin Allen?
Oh,
This is
I
perfect,
love
mate.
Martin Allen.
Mate, this is perfect. So my mate JP McGovern, you know JP, didn't you? JP played MK Dons with Martin Allen. JP says we're playing the top league team on the Saturday, so Friday comes in training. Boys are expecting to do a bit of shape on tape, Brighton for talking sake. And Martin Allen's pulled him anyway. You're expecting shape, aren't you? And the boys are like that. He says, we don't need fucking shape to beat Brighton. This shit, we'll beat them tomorrow. So the boys are like that, what the fuck, man? So he says, we got on the bus on Saturday to go to the game. He says, as we're on the road to the game, the bus pulls in the middle of the road. Just Martin Allen gets the bus to pull over. He says, how do you get there, lads? Come on, we'll do a bit of shape. Mate, he walks him over to a roundabout in the middle of the street. Standing on the roundabout, he says, this is the team today, starting 11. He says, I want my two centre halves in the box for corners, my 2 strikers and my wide player. He says, JP, son, tell you what we'll do. Go and you hit a corner in, JP. It'll be great, go and hit a corner in. So Jai walks out, just says, I walk like 10 yards out. No buzz. And Martin Allen goes, go on then, Jai, hit it in. So Jai runs up and pretends to kick a ball. And the centre half's running, head it, and Martin Allen's no, Jai, I need it higher. Jai's like, oh, fuck it.
Can we just give him the Hearts job?
Mate, we need to get him on here.
He's going to come and do an interview, Martin Allen.
He'd be great he'd be great for the Hearts job. He was like a well-respected coach. Like,
Mate, he got the Leicester job in
He said he was
that.
great, didn't he, say?
See, playing against him, I remember we were playing Notts County and we had a boy, John Spicer, who was a good player, mate. He was at Arsenal as a kid. And Spicer was I had the Canio, he had Martin Allen, and they were just both of them shouting at us constantly. Spicer kept passing it back, right? About the 60th minute, Martin Allen standing on the side, he shouts, Spicer! We are playing that way! Tremendous, mate.
See, when my career in open goal changed, say, when I done a Charlie Mulgrew interview and I got the public totally excited, what was the changing moment for you when you realised...
Oh, look at how he's put that question together.
When you realised... What was the turning point or the moment you felt, do you know what, I'm doing it again, the first part was great, the second part was terrible. What was the moment you thought, do you know what, this is now going to be big now, or you felt, wow, this is changing now?
It's probably when we moved into the first office, maybe.
I think it was, I remember we spoke to Pizzo.
Aye, that's right. Aye, you know, Peter McDonald. We met them.
Marvin Morgan, fresh Eagle kid, isn't it?
I think it's ex-footballer.
Yeah,
Aye.
she's been
we met him. We were at a meeting at the Swallow Hotel up in Dundee, and I think he was going to a game or whatever. And we met him. He started chatting. He says, "Oh, lads, you're doing great. You're flying, eh?" He says, "Oh, like fresh Eagle kid. Oh, do you know them? Oh, I've heard about them. Aye." So they're doing 30 grand a month, and we were like, "How the fuck do you get the 30 grand a month? How's that even possible, eh?" It was like probably a few months later, like the sales started building and growing and growing. We used to like when we first started, when we done 300 quid a day on the website, we're like, right, we're off for the rest of the day now, imagine. We used to go to bread and butter across the road.
Brilliant.
That's what we used to do.
See, when you get that amount of money, do you just check your balance every day?
It's funny, like
It's not
funny,
even.
but it doesn't feel like money. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just like because you're buying stock and it's going in and out all the time. It doesn't just like numbers. Do you know what I mean?
And then big Messi, see Messi wearing the shirt?
I know, that's incredible.
Mate, that's unbelievable.
How did you feel when that happened?
It's incredible, eh? Like I'm like Messi's biggest fan, eh? I'm like total fanboy, eh? I've been at a few of the games, Barcelona and that.
You like that with him as well, don't you?
You love me as well, don't you?
Love you.
See, Messi,
He's coming on the next photo shoot, do you know that?
Can't wait, we're going to
He doesn't tell us any of this, mate. He keeps us all to himself. I think he's got an agent and all
So
that.
we'd posted a bit of content from the last photo shoot in Switzerland, and he's like, "Oh, can I come on the next shoot?"
I just want Messi's the last, can I come to Switzerland, mate?
We're shooting in Amsterdam actually next time.
That man would be wearing nothing. How did the next game come about?
Just came through
Andy Robertson.
Right.
Robb went down to a game, and then Philip Coutinho was kind of injured that day because he was going to Barcelona.
He was in the play. I got chatting to his brother, and I was just a bit brass necked. Can we send you some stuff and whatever? He's like, yeah, that'd be great. Eh? So the next day, like, I sent stuff into Robbo. I sent him we were sending him a fair bit. Eh? And then Firmino started messaging. He actually just through the Instagram page. Can I get some stuff sent?
Wow.
So that's like free advertising, eh? Having these boys in the stuff's like amazing for the brand.
And obviously Coutinho went to Barcelona, and then he was still getting stuff, and then it's like Messi and Suarez. Like,
We started sending like packages to them all, eh? Just with their names on it. Sending them to this
That's unreal, man.
Coutinho's brother, and he was like just divvying out for us. He was doing it. Like,
But somebody was saying that he's charged Messi for the postage and packaging, that right?
By the way, that is unbelievable, isn't it?
Wow.
What can we do to get them on?
I don't know. Any ideas, lads?
Send you here.
Send who?
It's quite Kev in a package.
See, Barcelona put your ring up, remember?
Oh my God, sorry,
Barcelona put your wee face up on one of their goals.
See, I've been on the Barcelona website. Hey, you? No. So I've obviously got a GIF And when Barcelona won 3-0 one night, they used my GIF
Gift for
on their page.
That's
Me
crazy,
going,
isn't it?
yes!
I can remember.
That absolutely destroyed Slaney, but it made him feel this small.
I remember I was like, have you seen Ken Barca? I mean, disgusted eh?
I reckon you should get your own gift.
Rod Stewart's
Oh,
daughter,
you'll get your
Kimberly.
gift.
No
mate.
way.
She used it at a
Aye.
pool party.
I'll get your
She
gift,
was jumping into the pool and she put my GIF on it as she was jumping into the pool.
No chance.
Absolutely, 100%.
Who's I?
Do you hear
Rod
that?
Stewart's daughter, Kimberly.
Wow.
Massive
Was
used to
Britney
it, massive,
Spears?
eh?
It might be Britney Spears.
No, it wasn't
It
her.
was one of the two.
Was it?
Aye,
And we've got merchandise coming out with that on it as well.
that's right.
That'll sell.
Well,
Who's doing your merchandise?
Come on.
You've always got the business head on, young man, ain't you?
Who's doing the
Right, lastly,
merchandise
lads, it's been a pleasure. I've really enjoyed it. Nearly done, just plans for the
Can't be
future.
done. What about you making maybe we want to call him a pair of like be inspired nappies and things like that? No? Would that be possible?
You're on pursuit.
That's as if it's been a long time.
What about that?
Just have a meeting as well with you.
Plans for the future, then?
Just we're doing quite well internationally now. Obviously, we started off in the UK, but we've been expanded sort of to a third of the sort of businesses internationally. So we'd like to keep growing that. And obviously, if the shop does well over Christmas, maybe look at maybe opening another one somewhere else.
Wow.
See, to be honest, I've got a
Cumbernauld.
serious question, right? See when Slaney has this meeting in the after, right? And I get my P45, I will be looking for a job. And I'm sick of driving the taxi, so if there's any openings at B, I can't model, right? Because I haven't got the face for that. But I'm a grafter, alright? So just putting out, Stan, you need a job.
How you doing a job?
You do need a job.
You got anything else came in it?
Bit of modelling.
For who?
What are you modelling?
Fuck, hate when I can't think of a joke. Fucking hate that.
I always go silly at the end, doesn't it?
Shit,
Or we just finish it.
shit.
Anything else to say?
No, it's just
Been a pleasure.
Thank you very much, lads.
No,
It's been-
honestly, it's been an amazing sight and unbelievable. The shop in Princess Square, Messi, Coutinho and all that, but you've now arrived with the biggest star in town.
I need a hat, I need a golf hat.
Get a hat today.
The wife was wanting me to get my hat for the golf, but I might just let me one over there with a wee fluffy bit and top looks right nice size.
Oh, I don't know what she's going to do with the fluffy, but anyway, thanks very much, lads. Cheers.